In today's episode of Madden 24, we're going to be realistically rebuilding the New York Giants, but with the new addition of Michael Penix. Obviously, I'm not in the draft yet, but Daniel Jones, he's been a real disappointment in the Giants franchise, as you could say. Yeah, sure, last year during his playoff run, he looked pretty good. Well, he looked solid. I wouldn't say pretty good. He looked above average, all right? That's the best I'll give him. And for those guys saying, oh, well, Daniel Jones isn't that bad. Yeah, is he not that bad? Sure. Does he deserve $40 million a year? Absolutely not. Geno Smith is getting paid $30 million a year. I would much rather have Geno Smith. I would rather pay Geno Smith $40 million a year than pay Daniel Jones $40 million a year. Than 58 in 2026? No. We're drafting a new quarterback, and I am biting the bullet on this awful garbage contract. And then people will say, well, oh, it's his bad receivers. No, he had the same receivers last year. So for some reason, he's suddenly much, much worse. The only difference is they removed, who is the Kenny Golladay? I was about to say, I completely forgot about Kenny Golladay. It's crazy because Kenny Golladay used to be one of the best wide receiver contested catchers in the entire league. He was trash when he went to the Giants. So maybe it's not the receivers' fault. Maybe the Giants are just awful at developing receivers and making their careers go in the garbage. Barkley's been real quiet about defending Daniel Jones this year. I'll say that. And also, what is it? Was it the GM or one of the coaches that literally went to the Washington-Oregon game to scout a new quarterback for the Giants? So I'm pretty sure they're going to go Michael Penix if they do want to. People are saying Penix shouldn't be a first rounder. He's in Heisman contention. I think Michael Penix looks really good. Saquon Barkley, obviously, receiving core, it's trash. I don't know how else you put it. Darren Waller, he's old, but still pretty good. O-line in real life, garbage. Andrew Thomas is still solid, I would say, in real life. Obviously, took a step back this year. John Michael Schmitz, they got in the second round. Seems like a pretty good pick. He's been struggling. Evan Neal has been awful this year. So bad. Defensively, Dexter Lawrence, great. Kayvon Thibodeau, he's good. He's good, but, top 5 pick good? No. Oh, well, at the time, it was a good pick. Every first-round pick looks like a good pick at the time, unless you're the Raiders. Isaiah Simmons, I honestly forgot about. This dude was seriously a top 10 pick in the draft. Bobby Okereke is Xavier McKinney, really underrated. Dory Jackson, Deontay Banks was a solid pick. But honestly, just this franchise, ever since Eli Manning's gone, terrible. Awful, bro. Very, very bad. We're going to draft Michael Penix, hopefully turn that around. Currently in week 13 at the bye week. The Giants are 4-8 in real life, but obviously these standings are not fully correct. I know that. I just made it to where the Giants pick would be here. I don't really care about any other one's picks, but players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. Saquon Barkley really wants to stay here. Surprising. 5-year deal. He's going to re-sign. Xavier McKinney, 5-year deal. He's going to re-sign. Isaiah Simmons, he's 25 years old. He's young. He doesn't like our scheme fit. I still want him back just because of his age. And then Dory Jackson, I'm good. He's going to be 28, start regression. He's not even going to make it to an 82 overall. Isaiah Hodgins, he's young. He has star dev. I'm going to keep him, even if he could be a receiver 3 for us later in the future. Paris Campbell, no. He won't make it to an 80 overall by the time he hits regression. Sterling Shepard's going to regress below a 76. Darnay Holmes, no. Man, overall, this franchise just looks awful. In Madden, it doesn't look horrible, but honestly, it's a really bad team. Let's move in to the playoffs. So the Giants, according to simulation, finished 6-11, third in the division. Commanders went 2-15. Don't see that happening, but the Commanders get the number 1 pick. Tommy DeVito was the starter? Oh, yeah, he was for technically half the season. Yeah, because I remember simulating with him for half the season, but this is how we work. I don't really care what these stats are because it doesn't matter. I was just tanking for a pick. Barkley still had a really good season. 1,700 yards, 5.8 per carry, 14 touchdowns. Receivers, obviously not going to do good if the QBs don't do good. Defensively, Bobby Okereke, 142 tackles for a loss, 18 for Dexter Lawrence, sacks, 6.5 for Kayvon Thibodeau, 5 for Dexter Lawrence, interceptions, 3 for Dory Jackson, safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. I'm going to switch to a 4-3. I keep looking up new schemes on the internet to fix my defense. Everyone says 4-3 is better. I agree. I'm going to switch to that later in the offseason, but let's move into it. And the Bills beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. The Eagles only put up 11 points in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins the league MVP. And Honestly, this looks like this could happen this year. I know I'm not a Dak fan, but Dak does have league MVP stats, but we'll see how the year finishes out. I think it's probably, I don't know. Some people are saying Brock Purdy, which I think is stupid, but I don't know yet. Anyways, 2023 retirements. Hopefully there's a lot of Giants players so I can clear some cap. NFC East, Tyrod Taylor, Matt Barkley wasn't really what I had in mind. Okay, we'll deal with that. And I love that EA never updates player picks during trades. They just move the players to certain teams. So the Giants don't actually have another, I think it's second or third round pick from the Seahawks for trading Leonard Williams. I'm going to need to force that. Wish EA would just do their jobs. Darren Waller's regressing. Sterling Shepard's regressing. Paris Campbell's even regressing too. Man, what a team. What a team. Defensively, no upgrades. Great. Love to see it. Anyways, let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, don't want Adoree Jackson, Paris Campbell, Sterling Shepard. No. 46 million. I'm going to see if there's another receiver I can pick up in free agency here before I dump this awful contract by Daniel Jones. Let's move into it. The Chicago Bears get the #1 pick in the draft according to Madden simulation. Also, free agency was trash, so yeah. The Bears are going to pick Marvin Harrison. They're not going to take Caleb Williams. The Commanders are going to get Caleb Williams. What? Oh my God. The sell. Are the Seahawks seriously getting Caleb Williams here? No way. That's crazy. The Cardinals are going with a free safety. Patriots going with an offensive tackle. Timmy Reinhart. I honestly don't know much of this draft class, if I'm going to be honest. I know the quarterbacks and some receivers. Drake May to the Raiders. I could see that. For sure. Saints going Ty Blumberg out of Wisconsin. What a last name, dude. Blumberg. Anyways, J.J. McCarthy, Shadir Sanders shouldn't be here, but he is. This is Bengals draft class. A big game gene. But Penix is here. Quinn Ewers, Riley Leonard. Yeah, really. He's a first to second round projection in real life? No way. Riley Leonard is not that good. Imagine we're just going to take, guys, we're going to take another Duke QB here. Anyways, no, we're going to take Michael Penix. That's what we're here to do. Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. 6'1", poor acceleration. Really? It's crazy. Solid throw power. A's across the board. Really? Normal dev Bengal? Bengal L class. Anyways, 88 throw power, 80 speed. Really doesn't even look that good. Really, normal dev is very surprising for Michael Penix. But anyways, apart from that, he doesn't look awful, I guess. He's going to be the future QB. I need to go get him a new receiver. Now, this is the team moving into year number 2. Michael Penix is a 76 overall. I got this guy Bragg in the second round. He's a 71. He's a normal dev. His receiving core really sucks, but he's got Barkley. His O-line sucks in real life, but he's just going to have to deal with this. I am going into, as much as people don't want to hear it, vertical zone run is what I looked up this time with the Cowboys playbook. And then base 4-3 is what I saw that was good. Base 4, not 3-4. Base 4-3, Dallas offense. And can I see anything else? Where is it? Dallas offense. Can I please see it at any point in time? There we go. And then Buffalo defense. I should have just gone backwards from the start. Buffalo defense, that's what I apparently found out on the internet was good. Everyone has their own opinions. I don't know if this one's actually going to be good, but Okereke, Kayvon Thibodeau is going to move to the defensive end here, and I'm going to move BJ Ojolari down to the defensive end too. I know we have more linebackers than we do have defensive ends, but everyone says that apparently either 3-4 disguise for Baltimore playbook works or this works. I like 4-3s. I feel like they're a lot more organized and they're much harder to run on in simulation too, and just in period in real life. I think they're just a lot better, even though, yes, I'm a Ravens fan. The Ravens do run a 3-4. Isaiah Simmons, I'm going to move to left outside linebacker. Realistically, he can play anything. I put him at edge rusher before in a Cardinals 10-year rebuild. He was cracked. He was so good at edge rusher. I'm not going to do that here because this is supposed to be a realistic rebuild, but this is what I got here. Oh, it's supposed to be a realistic rebuild, but actually you're moving the Giants scheme to a 3-4 to a 4-3. Yeah, blow me. Okay. Offensively, let's see what we have. Not good. Not good. Hopefully Michael Penix can develop though. That's really all we're banking on. I'll trade Daniel Jones at the midseason. Let's move into it. 3-4 at the midseason mark, already better than the Giants in real life, but of course contested division. The Commanders are still 2-5 after passing on Caleb Williams. Eagles are 5-1. Cowboys are 7-0. Speaking of Cowboys, coming off a loss to him. Breakout DB here. Coach, I just want to say Jason Penix is not a DB. He is a safety. But, yeah. Oh, well, technically, Vic, DB is part of the secondary, so, it is technically a D. I don't care. He is a safety. Is he? Am I stupid? Probably. Anyways, I'm going to do scouting national focus. Do I do receiver or DB? DB is the strength of the class. Same thing with right outside linebacker and left outside linebacker. I need everything. This team needs everything, dude. It's so bad. Players ready to negotiate, though. $48 million. Darius Slayton. 27. You're about to be 28. No. Azeez Ojulari, super young, doesn't like a scheme fit. I'm not going to change it. We're already 3-4 with this garbage team. Jason Penix, strong safety. I knew it. I knew it. He is not a DB. Told you guys. Jamie Gilligan, I'll do a 5-year contract. You're not getting you're not getting more money. You're a punter, dude. Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal, I'll both accept their options to stay another year. I may just want to straight up re-sign Kayvon Thibodeau. That may be a better option. But for right now, I'm gonna go to Trade Center. I'm gonna bite the bullet on this garbage contract that Daniel Jones is providing me. We are going to go into cap debt for this. I don't care. He is awful. He is so bad. The Buccaneers want him. Let's trade him to a separate division with the Titans because the Titans want another QB contract on their hands. Perfect, right? Second round pick for Daniel Jones? No, that seems like robbery. Let's do a third. How about that? Daniel Jones for a third round pick seems fair to me. Anyways, apart from that, let's see what we got here in the playoffs. Don't expect to make it. Just don't expect to be the worst since we're 3-4 right now. Let's move into it. 10-7, second in the division, beating out the Eagles. Amazed, dude. These playbooks must do wonders. Stats and awards. Michael Penix, he's just a baller. He's just a baller. That's all there is to it. 4th best offense in the NFL. 13th best defense. Isn't surprisingly not as bad as I thought. 14 receptions, little much, but still, he's a rookie. That's fine. 35 touchdowns, 4,000 yards, 98 passer rating. Barkley, 9 touchdowns, 5.9 per carry, 1,600 yards. Great season. I mean, I would like him to have double-digit touchdowns, though. Slayton, really good season. But I'm pretty sure it's because of our playbooks and Michael Penix being a baller. 12 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. I'll give him another 1-year contract for having this season because he does deserve another one, but I'm not going to give him long-term. Wan'Dale Robinson, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. I think that should be started. Isaiah Hodgins, mid, but at the same time, he kind of is mid. Bobby Okereke, 131 tackles for a loss. 21 for DJ Davidson. Who? 21 for Dexter Lawrence. Sacks. 10.5 for Isaiah Simmons. Yeah, I told you he was cracked in simulation for being an edge rusher. I wasn't kidding. He is cracked. I'm just going to move him back to middle linebacker. I know it seems crazy to move him back to middle linebacker after having 10.5 sacks, but he's not an edge rusher. I'm going to put him at middle linebacker because I want him playing in coverage, not off the edge. Dexter Lawrence, 7.5 sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau, 7.5. Azeez Ojulari would have got more work if Isaiah Simmons wasn't taking it from him. 3 interceptions for Bobby Okereke. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. But anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see what we have against the 9-8 Detroit Lions in year number 2 with Michael Penix. Penix loses 23-17. That's fine. Rookie season. Let's move into the offseason. And the Cowboys beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP. DeMarcus Lawrence, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Really? Rookie of the Year is Malik Neighbors. Really? He's on the Bengals too? Malik Neighbors, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I don't even know if T. Higgins is there anymore. What a receiver core for Joe Burrow. No wonder why he's balling league MVP. Malik Neighbors too, bro. Getting 2 LSU receivers. Might as well just put Justin Jefferson on the team. Why not? But we're going to have Graham Gano retire for our team. Don't care. And apart from that, Penix better have an upgrade. Yeah, you play like a top 10 QB other than those interceptions. Let me see the upgrade. I'm giving it to him. Oh, you're cheating. You're cheating. I don't care. Oh, I stopped watching the video once you gave Michael Penix star dev. Good. I know you're retarded since you stopped after thinking that season wasn't good enough for star dev. 4,000 yards as a rookie. Why is he white? Hold up. Am I bugging? He's white. What happened? Daniel Jones. It was Daniel Jones in a mask. We've all been bamboozled. Michael Penix. Please, no, not the dead. Oh, my God. I want to see his stats. I want to see the stats. Stats and contracts. Let's see what we have. Season stats. No, career stats. 4,000 yards, and he had 35 touchdowns. 14 receptions. Yes, not the greatest, but really, you're going to tell me that this is not even star dev? 98 pass rating? Come on. Definitely star dev. Darius Slayton gets superstar. I'll keep him around for another year. And yeah, he's getting star, whether you like it or not. I don't care. And anything else? Davidson does get star dev as well. Robinson, how old is this guy? Aaron Robinson out of UCF. He's already 27. Yeah, star dev. Won't make it to an 80 overall. Isaiah Simmons, I'm going to move back inside to middle linebacker. Actually, can I put him at strong safety? Who do I currently have there? I do not know. I didn't even bother to look. Oh, yeah, I have the strong safety that argued that he was a DB. He's going back to strong safety there. I think that I should have done that in the first place. Team looks good. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. We were a playoff team, so why not? Let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, Kayvon Thibodeau, I'll just give him a contract. Darius Slayton, I'll do 1 year and then increase the salary and the bonus to a higher level. And he's not interested. I'll tag him. That's fine, even if I have to pay him all that money. Ryan Neal doesn't want to be here, so I'll just accept his 5th-year option. Jason Pinnock, no. I'll sign the tag. Ugh, $27 million? No, never mind. I know he had a really good season. I'll try to offer him again in free agency. How about that? Let's move in there. For the signings, getting Wyatt Teller. I usually don't like signing offensive linemen in free agency because, number one, they're hella expensive, and number two, they don't do anything in simulation. They help boost your overall, which could help you boost your team in simulation, but I've already proved it that offensive linemen do nothing for Madden simulation except boost the team's overall, which is what I'm doing here with Wyatt Teller, and it's quote-unquote realistic rebuild, so of course I'm going to need new offensive linemen for Michael Penix. Greg Newsome as a defensive back, I think that's a great signing for the Giants. And Darius Slayton back on a 1-year contract for a cheaper contract than the original one I offered him, so he's stupid, but let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up wide receiver Justin Thorne out of Wisconsin, 6'4", 225, but normal dev. He had elite strength, great speed, 93 speed, 88 acceleration, A spec catch, A catching, B catching traffic. It's crazy that he's only normal dev, but he still looks good. In the second round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Chris Barton out of California, 6', 230, 89 speed, 90 acceleration, hidden dev, A awareness, A zone coverage, C hit power, B man coverage, pass coverage archetype. Of course, he looks great. In the third round, I'm picking up left guard Keenan Hyde out of Arizona State, 6'2", 312 pounds, hidden dev, 85 strength, A lead block, A run block finesse. Pretty balanced player, agile archetype. And with my other third round pick, I'm picking up right outside linebacker Bobby Cadet out of Clemson, 6'1", 228, hidden dev, pass coverage archetype, 88 speed, 90 acceleration, A man coverage, B tackle, A awareness. He looks great for a late third round pick. Now this is the team moving into year number 3. Why is Wyatt Teller playing left guard? Play your right position, dude. This is so frustrating, Madden AI. Whenever a player is set at a certain position, put them at that position. I am not asking you to move them somewhere else. Oh my God. This guy, I'm not switching around the positions just because the AI is moronically retarded, bro. I'm going to move this guy into a second string center so that way the AI can develop some type. Oh, doesn't make sense. I was about to say for the AI to develop a brain. Obviously not. But, yeah, dude. Generate the best lineup there. Finally, that's what I want. And everything else looks good. Jalen Hyatt. Thorne is a 75 overall. Jalen Hyatt's probably going to play in the slot. Do I move him to wide receiver 1? I'm going to move him to slot and put him at the 1 too. I feel like you get hella reps doing that. I want him to get started. Dude's 6'5", and he has elite strength and elite speed. Dude looks crazy. The O-line is looking a lot better. We're just going to say, for the sake of the video, Evan Neal and John Michael Schmitz are developing. Darren Waller's regressing. Hopefully the team could be a little bit better. We're an 84 overall, which isn't bad. Cadet isn't bad. Burton isn't bad either. Cadet's better than Burton, which is a little bit surprising. Do I move him? McFadden. I guess since we have McFadden, I'll move Chris Barton out of California over to left outside linebacker to fill out the linebacker core a little bit better since McFadden is at the middle linebacker position. What is that looking like? He is Micah McFadden out of Indiana. And then defensively, got Knight in like the 3rd round. He has like 98 strength, but he's only a normal dev. This guy I got in the 4th round. He was a 6'5" defensive back out of Miami in like the 4th or 5th round, actually. Cadet, I'm going to move up. And anything else? Tally Jones. Let's move Jones up because he's just 6'5". Only reason why I want him there. And everything else looks pretty good. So apart from that, guys, year number 3 with the Giants. Let's hope to make the playoffs. Let's move into the midseason. 2-5 midseason mark. Defense is suddenly trash after improving the linebacking core and getting another DB in Greg Newsome. EA Sports. It's pay to play. Wide receiver, top of the class for strength. So gonna do that. Very disappointing how this team's going so far, but it is what it is. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. Kayvon Thibodeau. I would love to re-sign him, of course. That's why I waited to do this 5-year contract for him. He has an interest. He re-signs. Darius Slayton, I'll wait to see how you do. Wan'Dale Robinson just doesn't want to be here, so I'm not going to force him. Don't really need that depth. I'd rather just have the money to pay some stacked out players. And then Daniel Bellinger. Everything else here. I guess we got a kicker long term here, so let's just pay him a little bit extra, 5 years, since he has star dev. And what's at the very end here? I saw one more thing. Deontay Banks, I'll accept his 5th-year option. Don't really need to because it's only a 4-season thing, but let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, making a total comeback on the season, once again going over the Eagles, but this time 11-6, only 1 loss since the midseason mark where we were at 2-5. Could have been eliminated from the playoffs if we didn't beat the Bills in week 18. We actually beat them by 2 touchdowns. Did the Eagles make the playoffs? They did at seed number 6. But we're here to face the 8-9 Packers. Again, I think the NFL is set up so stupidly, bro. 8-9 team gets the home field advantage over the 11-6 team, sure. Penix, top 10 QB, 8th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, 24th, sure. 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 108 pass rating is a great season for Penix. Saquon Barkley, 13 touchdowns, 5.5 per carry, 1,400 yards. Justin Thorne is amazing. 104 receptions, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's at least star dev. Isaiah Hodgins, 11 touchdowns, 900 yards. Darius Slayton took a huge step back from last season, but still a solid season. Defensively, Bobby Okereke with 143 tackles for a loss, 18 for Dexter Lawrence, sacks 11 for Kayvon Thibodeau, 9 for Dexter Lawrence, 2.5 for Bobby Okereke. Azeez Ojulari does nothing, interceptions 2 for Bobby Okereke. Safeties on team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Can someone please tell me what I'm doing wrong with my defense? It's so frustrating. Anyways, let's see what we have. Like, I want real answers. I don't want like, oh, maybe what if. I want like a legitimate answer. We beat the Packers. Here to face the 11-6 Atlanta Falcons. We're 1 overall higher than them. I think we're a better team. I don't know who the QB is. We lose anyways. It doesn't matter. 31-21. Let's move into the 4th and final year. And the Raiders beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Okay. Josh Jacobs wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. Josh Jacobs wins the Offensive Player of the Year. Justin Thorne wins the Rookie of the Year. Hopefully he has Superstar Dev. I would assume he would get at least star dev. I'll give it to him if he doesn't, but he needs to have at least star dev. NFC East, Darren Waller retires, and Jason Kelce and Darius Slay, which is really helpful for our division. Well, specifically for me, because, you know, it's just me playing. But let's see what we have here for the team upgrades. Penix, he's a top 10 QB. Do I give him superstar? Why is he white? Why is he white? I don't know what to do. Because I know my subscribers are like, oh my god, you're an idiot. Why would you give him superstar dev? He didn't earn it because the AI didn't give it to him. Like, that's literally what all my subscribers sound like that seriously complain about Madden overalls. I guarantee you, your life will be okay if I change a development. But Thorne gets superstar dev. If Thorne gets superstar dev, I'm surprised Penix does not. But we're going to leave Penix where it is for those oddly specific subscribers. Hyde has superstar dev. That's awesome for a lineman. RK gets a superstar dev. Both my outside linebackers have star dev. And apart from that, like, I don't understand how this defense was ranked 24th. 87 overall team. It's crazy to me. Let's move into the re-signings. Darius Slayton didn't do enough to get another re-signing. Deontay Banks, I'll do a 5th year. Wan'Dale doesn't want to be here. This guy, I don't need him as depth. Michael McFadden, I don't need. $79 million. I'm going to go stack out some players here. I'm going to go see if I can get a really good receiver and another middle linebacker. Let's move into free agency. Now, this is the team going into the 4th year after free agency. Chardavius Ward as another DB, got Juan Bentley as a depth middle linebacker, Darius Slayton because there wasn't any other good receivers on the board, and Derek Nottie. I'm going to trade for a receiver. The Giants would need to do it in real life. Probably going to trade for T. Higgins or something like that, so let's move into it. Yeah, so I'm trading way too much here, but of course in Madden they overvalue players then undervalue a lot of players. It's really stupid how they base everything on overall. They don't really include age. 33-year-old X-Factor Cooper Kupp for a 1st and a 2nd round pick. It's outrageous, but it's the 4th and final year, so I don't really care. So apart from that, let's move in to the end of the draft. Now this is the team moving into the 4th and final year. I honestly think I built a really good team here. It's all up to Madden, as always, which is really dumb. It's really gay, but it is what it is. This is what we have for the team. I think I built a really, really good team here with a lot of potential with Michael Penix. So anyways, guys, apart from that 4th and final year, let's just hope we make the playoffs because, you know, you never know. It's Madden. Here we are in the playoffs, 11-6, once again beating out the Eagles, but we're coming off a big loss to the Indianapolis Colts. Here to face the Lions. I was about to say again, but we didn't face them again. I faced them in my Titans rebuild, which I'm recording back-to-back. 89 overall team versus an 86 overall team. We should win that, but again, you know, it's Madden. Michael Penix, very good year, other than the touchdowns, really, honestly. 11th best offense, 16th best defense, kind of mid. Not even 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 104 passer rating. Really a down season from last year, but not horrible. Barkley is the reason why. 319 attempts, 20 touchdowns, 5.0 per carry, 1,500 yards. That dude ate. Cooper Kupp, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Everyone else just whatever. Defensively, Bobby Okereke, 119 tackles, leading the team in tackles 4 years in a row. Tackles for a loss, 24 for Dexter Lawrence. Sacks, 13 for Dexter Lawrence, 11 for Kayvon Thibodeau, 5.5 for Brandon Joseph. Azeez Ojulari did nothing this entire rebuild. 3 interceptions for Bobby Okereke. Safeties is 1 for Dexter Lawrence. Defensive touchdowns is 0. Please, I will jump into the divisional round if we can beat the Lions. I never play the wild card. I feel like the AI should at least have to win 1 game for me to actually do something here. We do, 42-32. Here to face the 13-4 Panthers. Really good record for them, but we're a high overall team. Let's see how we do. Here we are against the Panthers. We're going to start out with 3. They're going to start out with nothing, and then we're going to put another 7 on the board here to make it 10-0. They're going to respond with a 3. Then we put another 7 on the board right before halftime, almost putting more points up. Opening up the half, 24-3, 24-10. Come on, 24-17. Don't choke. 30-17. Don't choke. 33-17. Didn't need to hop in. W for the Giants. Very nerve-wracking game because the Panthers, of course, were 13-4 or something like that. Let's move into the conference championship. Here we are against the Cowboys. They're going to start out with nothing. We're going to start out with nothing. Then they're finally going to put 7 on the board. Why would we punt in our opponent's territory? I hate how the AI does that. Wish you could make it like aggressive play calls to go on 4th down more often. 10-14, 10-21. Come on. 10-24, 17-24. Do we have the ball? Key moments, 2nd and 17, big in-score game drive. Even if we do score, I'm sure the Cowboys will just immediately strike back in simulation, but I'll try. Dropping back here, Cooper Kupp is wearing 80. That's disgusting, but he's open, so Cooper Kupp for the bomb. What happened to the catching in stride thing, EA? You say, oh, well, players can catch in stride now. Absolutely not. That is the most BS thing I've ever heard. They do nothing. They do not catch in stride. Barkley is open on this check down. Let's take Barkley. I'm going to try to chew this clock, finish the game, and even take a 2-point conversion. 1st and 10, hoping Cooper Kupp can get off. He does get off. Please just lead him correctly. Cooper Kupp, catch the ball, dude. I don't know why they keep pressing Cooper Kupp because it seems like it should be a touchdown every time, and he finally caught it that time. We're going to tie this game up, but actually we're not going to tie this game up because I'm going to hop in and make sure we finish the game because I'm not going into overtime with the Cowboys. That's for sure. And whenever you have an X-Factor receiver, they're not even pressing on him. Oh, man, it's over. Not even pressing on Cooper Kupp. I got him. Cooper Kupp doesn't drop the ball. We're going to win the game 25-24, and I'm going to make sure of it. Actually, am I? I'm just going to let the AI play. You know what? Let's see how quickly the AI screws me. I'm just curious here. But, oh, 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're not going to get it. AI doesn't screw me. I'm going to win 25-24 against our division rivals, and we're moving on to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl. Here to face the 11-6 Buffalo Bills versus the 11-6 New York Giants. Any player upgrades here offensively? Don't see any. Darren Waller retired last year. We have Tyler Higbee. Didn't even know that. Darren Waller retired last year and he's not going to get a ring. Maybe Cooper Kupp could get a ring here. I don't even know if we're going to get one. We're an 89 overall team though. Okereke gets X Factor, leading the team in tackles all 4 years. Been doing really, really good for us. That's really the only upgrade. That's quite surprising. But anyways, apart from that, let's see if we can cap off this rebuild with a win against the Buffalo Bills. Here we are against the Bills. They're going to start out with 7 points. We're going to respond with nothing, and they're going to capitalize on it with another 3. And then they don't score? What was that? Okay. 10-7. Really weird game right now. And can our offense do anything for the love of God? 10-10. Come on. Come on. Do something. Giants, do I have to do everything? I think I have to do everything. So let me get to it. 2nd down and 17. I don't know why Michael Penix is white in this game. It's really weird. I guess that's because of Bengals roster. But Tyler Higbee, 1st and 10. 2nd and 6. We're going to run here with Barkley. I know it seems crazy, but I think he has the speed. Juke back inside. Barkley is going to get the 1st and 10. We're going to drain this clock here. They want to take timeouts. That's fine with me. 1st and 10, going to hand it off to Barkley. We need to burn these timeouts for the Bills. Huge run for Barkley. Juke's back inside. Another 1st and 10. But that's going to be the game for the Bills. I don't know why they're taking timeouts at this point, really. And it is up, and it is good. Chip shot for the kicker. 10-13 is your final score as the New York Giants win the Super Bowl with their quarterback, Michael Penix. And that will do it for this video. Again, I don't know why Michael Penix is white as our quarterback. It's really confusing. Not really how it is on his profile picture. It's just Daniel Jones in a mask that also happened to come out of Washington and not Duke. We're going to see who your Super Bowl MVP is, and then we're going to end out this video. But I do thank you guys all for watching. Of course, make sure you like and or subscribe. We're getting very close to 10,000 subscribers. And I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. Probably should have. But Michael Penix Jr. is your Super Bowl MVP. And there are no awards here for the New York Giants. So once again, guys, I thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you like and or subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next one.